Okay, guys, so we're gonna record this match right here while I'm playing it, so probably not too much commentary.
The enemy is picking.
Someone actually picked Alpha instead of me. I typically main Alpha.
Kufra.
Pretty good stats on them. 300 something matches, 60% win rate. Ranked number currently, I think number 3 in Texas. Been top 5 for about a year now straight. Never gotten to the top United States though. It's kind of hard. So he says he wants to play him. That's fine. I'm switching to my Rafaela. And I guess you could consider me kind of a new player, because I only have like maybe 2,000 matches on the whole game, and my Rafaela has about 200 of them. You can see my typical roles. A lot of fighter, obviously. 712 matches played.
Your team is
so
picking.
Looking at this team comp, they have 2 tanks in it. Even if Balmond builds for damage, he's still going to have quite a bit of tank to it. You can also treat Argus like a tank in a sense because of his ult. But their damage doesn't look too bad right now. Looking at our team comp, Atlas is great. Alpha, crazy sustain. Wan and Cyclops is all the damage we really need. So I am healing.
Enemy is picking.
Now, the way I play Rafaela, you're going to see here, isn't too much like a healer, but more of a damage dealer. Because you can proc Magic Workshop on her really easily, getting that extra burn damage due to her 1 being a dummy move. No aim, just click it and do damage. I also do Flame Shot with her instead of Revitalize, because you can get even more damage out. Quick look at the build. I'll get more detail on that when the match is underway. But to start with Rafaela, you always start your damage first, because her damage ability is it hits 3 targets, automatic hit, bushes can't hide them, nothing can hit them. If they're in radius, they get hit. And if you hit them within a certain amount of time, back to back, typically the way I'd always do it is just hit them back to back the second the cooldown's off. I don't remember the exact amount of time you have. I think somewhere around 10 seconds. It stacks up and does even more and more damage. On top of that, it gives them a 60% slow, I believe. Do not fact check me on that. So you can really build a lot of cooldown and just stack that slow on them and really chase target down. You'll see Rafaela can finish fights a lot just because she can chase targets down. And even if they end up trading and she dies, you lose the support for hopefully someone that's worth more, which almost every role is. As well as her passive will pick up the kill anyways, most of the time. So talking about this composition, I'm probably going to be going with the Wan, and the Atlas will probably go with the Alpha.
To Mobile Legends!
Or I'll go
5
more
seconds
likely, as I'm going right here, with the Alpha.
Smash them!
Because Atlas and Wan are probably in a combo. Supporting a fighter is a little different. You can definitely be a lot more aggressive, which is how I like to play Rafaela anyways. So like here, I can just pick up that poke. And then Alpha can have another one. I can push him back even more. He's already started his
wherever I
go, used his summoner spell just like I did, so that's a very good trade. And we can come by over here and just keep on getting more and more poke.
Knowledge and faith are always my companions.
Keep on, and you see that we got the proc right there on the magic numbers.
Wherever I go, please. First blood.
Sadly, we got picked off right there. Alpha didn't start with his heal, which is definitely an issue. You're supposed to always start with the heal on Alpha. and he ended up just getting poked down due to various trades. The fact that neither one of us started our heal is, if anything, just a poor
Knowledge and faith are always
communication on our team. Turn that down so y'all can see me a little better. But it's only 2 deaths, obviously. Sad to have them, but not the end of the world. Alpha can easily clear that by himself. And a lot of times as we fell up, because you got a little bit more damage than you maybe think you need to have, you'll end up stealing gold, trying to go for it, helping them with it. So I just went over here to work on the wave, pick up some solo XP, hopefully hit level 4 pretty fast. And as you see, this Balmond, who is one of the better people to trade, one of the better traders in the game, especially while in minion waves.
are always my companions.
He couldn't even trade in that comp because Lucella's healing on top of Alpha's healing is about to look real disgusting. I got the ult. Alpha doesn't have his yet. That's okay. Alpha's ult is really good. Obviously, we have the whole stun on it, but it's not as important to get as Lucella's ult. A whole 2-second stun AoE really tends to work out. There's the stun right there, and I can just heal through it. You see, as Lucella, you can be faster than everybody by moving around with your heal to give you a speed buff, and you'll run for a slow on them, which is why you're so good at chasing targets down. Typically, you want to wait to use your ult last minute. He just tried to save me with his. That was a good ult on his part. I'm actually going to end up buying the Mana Crystal to start. That was a bit of a greedier kill by me. Alpha was definitely right. We should have retreated right there. But I tend to play really aggressive with Lucella anyways. A little bit of a bad timing on the ult there from the Cyclops. But it's a game that's happened. Not everybody's perfect. If we did, we get paid money to play it. So coming down here, I know usually I use my speed buff to get back to lane faster. However, I know I needed the heal for Cyclops when I got here. And I also know that he is failing his ult. So that's why I acted so aggressive. You see how I used my movement to speed up to get in front of him so my flame shot would knock him back. This just all goes into how aggressive you can really be with Bufella. And my passive saving the day of that burn damage applied by my runes, allowing me to pick up that kill. The more you get into the game, the more you'll just be able to look at your items. You'll be able to look at everything and tell when you can kill and when you can't more, the further into the game that you get. He probably has his ult back up by now. Yeah, which is why he's being so aggressive.
Healing for everyone.
You see, pulling off a little bit of shenanigans with Lucella. Always feels really nice. I have to be careful that he doesn't get his ult back, just like that. But even if though we did trade, they lost their tank fighter for a support death. That's perfectly fine. That brings your team in a better spot because he was worth more than me in a team fight anyway. Kind of sad that they're not going to get the Kufa up there, but I'm in no position to make a move. Luckily getting supported by some really good teammates. Some really good teammates. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to come take some solo XP in mid lane for a while. Because we have cleaned up and dominating every single lane. Rufella again can be very aggressive just because she has the ability
Healing
to
for everyone.
chase people in and out so much.
Wherever I go, pain flees. You have slain an enemy.
As you see, that ridiculous 1-0 skill shot, press it and people die.
Healing for everyone.
The way I built her, which I'll start talking about here in a second, as you can see, it
Healing for everyone. Healing
really,
prayers for you.
can be almost like an assassin, because the damage just comes out of nowhere, unexpectedly.
Healing for everyone.
Got a big ulti there. Sadly, it's not going to be able to save him from the 4-man combo.
Healing for everyone.
I can probably come in here and get more and more perk off.
Request backup. Knowledge
Hopefully, I was just
backup.
hoping that one of them would happen to get caught on low health and die. Not going to be the case. That comes to another point. Never just throw yourself into a team fight that you know you're going to lose. If you see that there's value there for you to come in and maybe
Healing for everyone. Ally has been slain. Launch attack. Killing spree.
pick off somebody, you can do so. But see, that situation right there where they're all low health and none of them actually died, that's just a horrible situation because we lost 3 people in that fight and could have had all of them killed, but instead had none. Alpha looking like he might try, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch up to him. Not really playing to the same level I think I could have played. Obviously, he's going for the same build. Little known, the pro build, the number 3 pro build on Alpha right now is my build. I don't know if it has my name on there. At one point it did. It had that I was the one that made it. But needless to say, it is on there and is recognized as a pretty good build typically.
Healing for everyone. Healing prayers for you.
Using that as that ability, this has a little bit of extra CC. Sadly, I'm the big damage dealer here, and I don't think we'll be able to catch up to that.
Healing for everyone. Healing prayers for you.
But we can go ahead and take this turtle right here.
Healing for everyone.
It'll be a little slow with us, but we can definitely make the sustain for it. And Alpha's going to come in here and take the turtle brain. A great ult. My job is to stick around and keep people alive. Sadly, Alpha died a little bit faster than I could heal.
Healing for everyone.
I will be picking up a kill there still, but wasn't quite able to clutch my way out of that one. Ooh, maybe? I don't think that he will get that kill. He needs to be careful because Valeria is right there. Cyclops actually doing a really good job until he wasn't. Again, this is in legend rank, so if you want to say something about the skill level that y'all see, just remember what rank y'all are in before y'all say anything. Now, coming up from this respawn, I'm looking to go help with anywhere there's a fight. If there's a fight there, I am there to help with it.
Healing for everyone. You have slain an enemy.
See, just playing extra aggressive because I know I could get away with it.
Rampage.
Being super mobile, running around, slowing enemies down. Just how you want to play Rufella. That's how she is in the Esper. She doesn't want to just sit in the back of the party and be overpowered.
Healing for everyone.
So definitely make sure to try and use your ultimate at a
Healing for everyone.
melee point of view. A little bit of a mess up on the whole team there. Kind of everybody dropping the ball. But he dropped the ball even more by not leaving when he had the chance.
Healing for everyone.
Get a little double stun on him. It may seem unfair to him to get a Cyclops ult and a fellow ult, but this is ranked, and
Healing for everyone.
don't get caught if you don't want to get it.
Healing prayers.
Really bad reaction time from my part. I should have heard that Mia stun coming. I know, matter of fact, I know for a fact I did hear it. I'm gonna pick up the stun there just to keep myself alive. Yes, it wasn't the biggest stun I could have got on the team, but the one that keeps you alive is the one that's the best in almost every situation. And I died by minion fire on a leftover stun, and that's kind of embarrassing. Don't do that at home. But I believe I did pick up a assist off of it because the person that got credit for killing me got my ult sent over to him, or my passive, my bad. And I'm sure they loved that 20% true damage on their max health. I'm sure that helps them live. So the build, cooldown boots, Nana, lightning turrets, because typically you do a lot of roaming around, and that extra bit of Nana, you have enough Nana to get it capped out. So that's an extra up to 1,000 damage, I believe. That's an extra 1,000 magic damage added to your burst, which is definitely something the fella can get away with. Just trying to be extra bursty.
Wherever I go.
I see that Cyclops is looking for an assassination over here. I'm just gonna come over here and be a nuisance because that's kind of my job. Got a big stun. Throw out more of the damage. Sadly, I got killed there. That's fine. It's gonna cost him his life too. Got that true damage passive. I typically have a lot of deaths on Rufella, especially in this high rank. But I have a higher KDA than I do deaths. I have more kills than deaths usually. Because if you're going to have a passive that gives you 20% max health as true damage, that is unblockable, no defense can stop it, is really strong. So, if you're going to have that in your kit, yeah, you gotta die for it, and obviously I don't go die on purpose to try to get more damage out, but if you do die, it's not the end of the world, so that's why you could play so aggressively. She has the speed up, she has the stun, she has the slow down. You can use Flame Shot for that extra bit of CC, and if you do catch her out and kill her, I mean, you honestly did it to yourself, because now excuse me, I have to give it my best to clutch up here. See, I threw out my my one because I saw the Mia leave my ally screen, so I knew that she used her ult. And if you proc that attack on her, her ult cannot save her. Invisibility cannot save you from this ability. You get hit no matter what. So talking more about the build, you got the lightning turret, all that usual stuff. Then I go into blowing wand because the damage, just the damage is so incredible. And my job is just to make sure that this Argus, when he dives, my job is to ult him and stun him, which I did not do because I am a plug. That's fine. That should be able to get cleaned up for my allies. It's not, which is a shame. Oh, it will be. It will be. And I believe they might clean up over here. Now, they did manage to steal Lord. And right now it's 4v4. Cyclops definitely has the advantage on the Mia. And the match is looking okay. Really tied up on gold. Really tied up across the board, towers included. Definitely a good solid match. Mia playing great over here, split pushing the lanes, letting Lord push one while she pushes the other. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. This whole, oh, let's all get over here by Lord and push with them bullshit. It's not how you do it. You always use Lord as a split push, because the worst, what you want to happen is you want the enemy ADC to be stuck. ADC, assassin, or fighter getting stuck, having to deal with Lord, and then they don't have that to help them in their team fight that you have when you push the other tower. You see, I am I'm very squishy now, getting to later parts of the map. My damage has gotten pretty high up there, But in terms of my durability, it is not there at all. So I'm going to throw that one out. Trying to catch Mia because I knew she was in the bush. This Balmond is directly gunning for me. As a healer, you're going to be done for because no one wants all their hard work of damaging the enemy team to go to waste. And we can actually chase here. Gotta be a little careful with Balmond when it comes to chasing because he can turn around and put that spin on you. And he will spin to win you to death. But that's just something that you're going to have to deal with a new kit. Mia already, what she did when she messed up right there. Ooh, can we kill her? I thought that we was going to have a better time killing her. She ended up getting a lot of life steal really quick. That's kind of scary. Which brings me to the point of I will probably forego even my blood wings because everything else is just so needed. I'll probably be foregoing blood wings just in order to get. Sadly, my passive, it can do so many amazing things, but it cannot kill through Argus's immortality. It is what it is. Hopefully the Atlas will actually get out. He didn't, but I think this is an overall pretty good fight for us. We're going to pick up a double and maybe even the triple. We ended up losing 3 for 3 right there. Again, gold count. Pulling slightly ahead, not too much. The Ice Queen Wong needed for the extra slowed, making more of a nuisance. Burst damage over time. But due to the healing that this Mia is pulling off, as well as all of them really, except for the Argus, I'm going to be switching my last item, to a Necklace Endurance. This is going to give me a little bit more magical lifesteal, which does work decently well. Not concentrated energy level well, but it definitely is viable. And it's going to give me that healing reduction that I need to have to deal with this Mia. See me over here trying to get over here in time. I'm actually going to go and throw out that as well, just to give him a little bit. And I sadly am not going to be able to kick up the kill. I missed the stun on Mia. And Wanwall came in a little late. Now, she might be able to clean some things up. But I think this is still a pretty bad spot for us. And this might actually end up turning into a loss. I don't think this will be a loss. Depends if Atlas can actually hold. Which I don't know if he'll be able to do just based off of poke alone. Because they could come in and hit this tower for little damage. And I think that's game right there, guys. Ended up losing that one. Had a pretty good match, though. You know, at this level, the smallest mistakes in the team fight, like you saw there, we were even ahead. And it could lead to a defeat. As a support, looking at the stats at the end of this match. Legend game. Woot woot. Looking at the end of this match, we could go over here and see what you want. The main thing you're looking for is team fight participation. You know, all good love over here. All thumbs up to everybody. We're going to go look at these results. And obviously, higher damage is great. And lower damage taken is, for the most part, great. Unless you're a frontline character. But team fight participation being at 58%. Wanted it somewhere closer to 60 like Atlas had. But I wasn't there for all of that. Overall, pretty good. If you're playing support or tank, your team fight participation has to be over 50. It just has to be. Otherwise, you are doing no good for your team. Your job is to be there for the team fights. 20% damage dealt. Yeah, you could turn into a little assassin fella. Didn't even take too much damage neither. But just had a couple key misplays to show y'all how hard this rank is. Had a pretty decent game and still ended up losing. So let me know what y'all think.